I never thought I would see this anywhere. It's Chris Cuomo being held accountable for mocking Joe Rogan when Joe Rogan caught COVID during the pandemic and was taking a medication course advised to him by his physician that included human ivermectin.
There was so much talk that they don't want you to take ivermectin. Ivermectin is the way to go. Take it. Joe Rogan got better from ivermectin. And by the way, I don't like what people did to Joe Rogan about ivermectin. I don't like it.
You did it.
No. Okay,
yes, you did.
Find the clips.
Dude, find the clips. You shamed Joe Rogan.
Find the
you
clips.
said he's taking horse dewormer. You and Don Lemon were chuckling at each other about it.
No,
I'll go find
first
the
of all,
clip.
you just saw the clips. I'm not chuckling. I'm listening to Don. But
No. The clip I'm talking about wasn't on there, and it's absolutely there. Here, do we have it? Hold on. Let's play the clip.
Injecting drugs for animals and horse.
And people telling them to.
Oh, my God.
What person? You talk about cancel culture and who to shame. Ivermectin, a dewormer, really?
They are shaming themselves.
That's what it is.
They're shaming themselves.
So you're taking a dewormer right now.
This
Chris, you can't apologize for that. You weren't being clear that it was this, and you know that, dude. You're being so dishonest right now, man.
I'm not being
dishonest. Talking about ivermectin, the drug. You were not talking about this version of ivermectin. Come on.
He wasn't able to justify what he said there. And to his credit, he goes on these programs and he's changed his mind. He's had a change of heart as to his entire outlook. Like, this is a different man than the one we saw running around infected with COVID with his wife out on the streets of New York, videotaping himself. He actually posted video of himself out suffering from COVID, but they went to the gym anyway. By the way, notice it was the elites who still had access to their gyms. When I was watching the video of him in New York, on the streets of New York, our gyms here in St. Louis were closed at that time. So the entire pandemic was like an exercise in futility mixed with the bonfire of the vanities, mixed with, a little bit of crazy and a little bit of rock and roll. It was unbelievably ridiculous. There were myself, for example, I attended a Bible study all the way through COVID. We met every week at an outdoor patio at a friend's house and studied God's word. We sang, had praise and worship, ate lunch together. We had a potluck thing going on. And then there were other people who didn't leave their house for 2 years. The uptick in suicides during COVID is illustrative here. When people are deprived of their right to freely assemble amongst themselves wherever they'd like, unless they're going to a Home Depot, a Lowe's, or a liquor store, or a casino, because our casinos here in St. Louis and the metro area were still open during COVID. The Planned Parenthoods were open, but churches and the places where you need to go the most when you're stressed out, the gym, those were closed. So what am I saying? Never again. But we've heard that before, so we're going to have to be careful to make sure that we actually hold to it this time.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.